Hi, this is Kim Constable. Welcome to your 30-minute yoga practice. This yoga practice is perfect to be used in the morning, perhaps whenever you want to wake up the body, you want to get the digestion moving, you want to get the limbs flowing, you want to get some blood moving around the body, or maybe your muscles are sore from a workout the day before and you want to stretch those muscles out and just feel like you can move through your day with greater fluidity. It's also a perfect practice to be used in the afternoon or the evening. It is slightly energizing. You may not want to do it directly before bed, but if you are practicing before bed, you can just take the movements down a notch and just really work on concentrating on the breath and moving the body slowly, gently, and fully, and really just feeling very delicious after you've finished. So we're just going to go ahead and start in tabletop position. So come onto your hands and knees. Place the hands directly underneath the shoulders. Knees are directly underneath the hips. And you want to press into the hands. Make sure the arms are nice and strong. And then you're going to take an inhale. You're going to drop the belly button down to the earth. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. Lift the heart, lift the chest. Inhale. And then exhale, push into the hands and curl the navel all the way up to the spine, stretching like a big cat through the back of the body. Inhale, drop the navel down, drag the hands energetically backwards, lift the heart, lift the chest. Exhale, press into the hands and curl. 3 more, inhale. Just moving with the breath. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more, inhale. Warming up the spine. Exhale, curl. Inhale back to a neutral spine. Now you're going to move your knees just as wide as the mat. Bring your toes to touch at the base of the mat. Walk the hands forward. We're going to press back into child's pose. Take a big inhale. Stretch the arms forward. And then exhale, send the hips and send the groins back as you lower all the way down to the mat. Now you may want to place your head on a block if you have one handy at this stage. A block can be quite nice here. You might want to even make fists with your 2 hands and place your forehead on your fists. Either way, I just want you to keep pressing the groins back, pressing the hips back, really stretching all the way through the spine. Don't mind my head lifting a little. I just want you to be able to hear what I'm saying in the microphone. Take a big inhale. Exhale, press the hips all the way back. Big, big, big stretch. Good, and then inhale, come all the way up again. Walk the hands slightly back. Spread the fingers super, super, super wide. Press into the inner edges of the hands. Tuck the toes under. And then exhale, lift the hips up and back into your dog head down. And just walk out your dog for your first couple of breaths. Spread those fingers super wide. Firm up the arms. Maybe press into one heel, press into the other. And just look forward for a second because I don't want you to be doing this, okay? This is not dog head down. This is a modified plank pose. I want you to work on there being a straight line all the way from your hands to your hips. So your knees should be super bent unless you have really good flexibility in your hamstrings, which, let's face it, many of us do not at the start of a yoga practice. So just pressing into one foot and then into the other. Nice, just enjoying a nice big stretch. And then come back to center. Inhale, lift both heels up. And then exhale, drop both heels down to the right, stretching all the way through the left side of the body. Good, then inhale through center. Exhale, drop both heels down to the left. 1 breath here. Inhale through center. Good, drop the knees all the way down 1 more time. Bring the knees as wide as the mat. Toes touch, press back, child's pose. 1 more breath here. Good, just moving a couple of times to warm up the spine. Slide the hands back under the shoulders. Inhale, rock forward to a modified plank pose. And then exhale, rock all the way back to child's. Inhale, forward, modified plank pose. Curl the spine on the way forward. Exhale, rock back to child's pose. Good, 1 more breath. Inhale. Rock forward. Drop the belly button. Exhale, rock back. Child's pose. Inhale, rock forward 1 more time. Tuck the toes under. Press the hips up and back. And then just very gently walk your feet to the top of the mat. Good. Take a nice forward fold. Feet are hip distance apart. Right, I like to rock back and forward on my feet just to get a nice foundation. Bring the fingertips onto the mat. Inhale, drag the heart forward. Extend the heart forward and press the hips back And then exhale, fold, holding on to opposite elbows. Knees are super bent. Your belly is laying on your thighs. You want to get a really nice spine stretch here. This is not a hamstring stretch. This is a spinal stretch. Maybe a little rock from side to side. Just letting the body wake up. One more breath. Exhale. And then release the hands, roll all the way up through the spine. Sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale, fold the hands in front of the heart in prayer. Inhale, sweep to rise. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, look out with a flat back. Hands can be on the mat or hands can be on shins. Wherever they are connected, if they're on your shins, I want you to press your heart forward. If they're on the mat, I want you to drag your fingertips back to extend the heart forward and find length in the spine. Knees can be bent. Exhale and fold. Inhale, step the right foot back into a lunge position. Bring the back knee down and just pause here in your lunge for a second. Just stretching out the front of the right hip flexor. Good, then bring your left hand to the top of your thigh bone. Inhale, sweep both hands up, one at a time. And then exhale, bring your hands to rest behind your head. You can interlace your fingers behind your head here for a little bit of a support. Lunge a little bit deeper. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the gaze. And then exhale, just twist the body over to the right. Make sure you're not pulling on the back of the neck. Inhale, extend through the heart. Stamp the left foot into the mat and exhale, twist. Good, one more breath. Exhale. Inhale back to center. One more big stretch up. And then exhale, bring the hands down onto the mat. Good. Lift the back knee and then sweep the left leg all the way up. Flex the foot. Stack the hip one on top of the other and then bend the left leg. Again, you can practice lifting the right heel or extending it down to the mat to stretch out the right hamstring. Good. Inhale back to center. Exhale, set the foot down. Pause in your dog for just a breath. Exhale. Good. Then step the left foot closer to the right. Inhale, sweep the right leg to the sky. Open and stack the hip. Bend the right knee, really stretching through the right side of the body. Then inhale back to center, bend the knee, curl it in towards the spine and step it up to the top of the mat. And if it doesn't go all the way to the top of the mat, if it only goes halfway, you can just grab it, pull it up there, bring the left knee down. Pause here in your lunge for just a second. You want to be dragging that left knee forward so you're feeling a nice stretch up the front of the left hip flexor and quadricep. Good, then bring the right hand to the right knee. Inhale, sweep the left arm up, followed by the right. And then exhale, bring your hands behind your head. Support your head, give it a little bit of nourishment. Inhale, lift through the heart, lift through the chest. And then exhale, twist the body over to the left. Getting a nice twist into the digestive system, into the liver, the kidneys, the descending colon. One more breath, inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Good, then inhale back to center. Exhale, release the hands down to the mat. Pause for a second in your lunge, and then step back to dog head down. Just walk out your dog, pressing into one heel and then the other. Good, we're going to repeat that sequence and then add on a nice lizard pose. So inhale, step your right foot closer to your left, sweep your left foot all the way to the sky, bend the knee, step it up in between the hands. And again, if it doesn't go, you can just grab it, drag it up there. Bring the back knee down, exhale. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up, right arm then left arm. And if you need to pad your knee, of course, at any time, you can just fold in the side of your mat and place it underneath your right knee. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring the hands behind the head. Good. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, twist to the left this time. Good. One more breath. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the right. One more breath. Inhale back to center, reach up. Exhale, bring the hands to the mat. And then heel toe the left foot out. so that the left toes are off the mat and the right heel is on the mat, coming into lizard pose. Good, and again, just feel free to kind of move around in your lizard pose, just waking up your hips, saying hello to your hips this morning. Good, little rock from side to side. Good, nice. I love a little lizard pose in the morning, and if you feel like you want a little more fire, you can, of course, lift the back knee. Say hello to your right hip flexor as well as your left hip. Good, one more big breath. Nice, and then if you have the back knee lifted, you're simply going to sweep the left foot back into dog, or you're going to set the right knee down and then sweep it back into dog. Let's take a chaturanga. Inhale, forward to plank pose, knees to the earth, heart forward, lower, squeeze the elbows towards the mid section of the body, and then flip the toes. Inhale through into your cobra pose. Exhale, dog head down. One breath in dog. Inhale, step the left foot closer to the right, sweep the right leg to the sky. Bend the knee, step it up in between the hands. Exhale, bring the left knee down. Of course, if you need to pad the knee, you just fold in the mat. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hands behind the head. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist to the right. Pause for a breath. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist left. Inhale. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale through center. Exhale, hands to the mat. Heel toe the right foot out for lizard pose. So your heel is on the mat and your right toes are off the mat. And then I want you to press into your hands. Just, you can take a couple of hip circles if that feels nice. Or you can just move from side to side. You can even come onto the outer edge of the right foot to open the hip a little wider. This isn't like your perfect lizard pose. This is just saying hello to your hips. And of course, if you want a little more fire, you can lift that back knee. Pause here, sink the hips a little deeper. One more breath. Good, and then if you have the back knee lifted, you're just going to sweep that foot back. If you don't, you're going to step it back, press the hips up and back, dog head down. Let's take a vinyasa. Inhale, forward to your plank pose. You can either bring the knees down or you can keep the body straight, lower with your chin and chest forward, all the way to the belly, flip the toes, roll the shoulders back, inhale, cobra, exhale, dog head down. Big breath in dog. Inhale, step the left foot closer to the right, sweep the right leg to the sky, bend the knee, step it up in between the hands, coming into warrior two now. So you want to drop the back foot down so that the outer edge of the left foot is parallel with the short edge of the mat. Line up heel to heel or heel to arch. And then inhale, sweep up warrior two. Now in warrior two, your feet should be about 4 feet apart. So you don't want to be too short in your warrior two. You want to be nice and long in your warrior two so that eventually the underside of your right leg comes parallel to the mat. Arms are spread, shoulder blades come together on the back. There's no leaning in warrior two. You're not reaching out with your hand. You've got a nice straight line all the way from the crown of the head down into the tailbone. The back leg is firm, pressing the inner left thigh to the outer left thigh. Bend the front knee. Inhale. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Then inhale, flip the front palm, reach up. Bring the left fingertips to the outer edge of the left leg and reach up. Reach up, 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 up. And then stretch, reverse your warrior. Good, inhale. Reach all the way forward on an inhale and bring your arm to rest on top of your right leg. Make sure there's a lovely space between your right shoulder and your right ear. Sweep the left arm back. Open it all the way up and bring it overhead. And breathe. Now make sure that you're not here doing this, okay? You want to stretch into those hips. This right elbow is super light on that leg. Open to the sky. Sweep the right hip underneath you. Parsvakonasana. One more breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sweep the hands to the mat and come into a little Skandasana. Walk the hands all the way over to the left. Sink into the left knee. And then lift the right toes, stretching into the inner groin and the right hamstring. Pause here. Inhale through center. Exhale the other side. Inhale through center. Exhale the other side. Keep the hips low. Inhale through center. Exhale the other side. This time we're going to inhale through center, come all the way over to the left, setting up for warrior two. Turn the left toes out. Firm up the back foot so the outer edge of the right foot is parallel with the back edge of the mat. And then inhale, sweep up. Warrior two on the left. And again, look down at your feet. You should be lined up either heel to heel or heel to arch. You want to turn the right leg so it's facing slightly forward, bending deeply into the front knee, sweeping the arms, gazing over the left hand. And breathe. Asymmetrically drag your feet towards one another to firm up those legs and to give you length and space in the upper body. One more breath. Inhale, flip the front palm, reach up. Stretch and reverse your warrior. Inhale, reach all the way out, bringing the left arm down on top of the left thigh bone for Parsvakonasana, side stretch. Sweep the right arm back and up. And then open through the right shoulder, keeping the leg super bent and sweeping the left hip underneath you. Say hello to your hips. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring the hand to the mat. Coming into Skandasana on the other side. Walk all the way over. Bend the right leg. Straighten the left and lift the toes. Pause. Let's go side to side. Inhale through center. Exhale. Inhale through center. Exhale. Inhale through center. Exhale. This time, inhale through center, turning all the way around the right foot, coming into your lunge and stepping back into your plank pose, and lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, dog head down. One breath in dog. Inhale, step the left foot closer to the right, sweep the right leg to the sky. Bend the knee, step it up in between the hands, setting up for triangle pose. Firm the left foot onto the mat so the left toes are pointing forward to the top left corner of the mat. Line up your feet so you're heel to arch or heel to heel. Now let's not go into your deepest triangle just to begin. I want you to walk your hands forward, and then I want you to stretch into the front leg and bend. Inhale, stretch. Ooh, and bend, feels so good. One more, inhale, stretch, and bend. Good, this time inhale, stretch. See, can you straighten the leg and walk your hands around so that your right hand is either on your shin bone. If this is too deep, you can bring it onto your upper thigh, your quad. Otherwise, fingertips are on the earth, either to the inside or the outside of the right leg. You're going to inhale, bring the left hand to meet the right, and sweep it all the way to the sky. Good. See, can you bring the right shoulder back, then the left shoulder back, and extend through the right rib cage. So you're trying to shorten the left rib cage in triangle pose, as if you were reaching for something behind you. Feel that compression, that squeeze in the left side of the body. And then when you've got that, I want you to press out through the left hip and sweep the arm to the sky. One more breath. Inhale, look down at the front foot. Bring the left hand to the left hip. If you have a block, you might want to put it under your right hand now. You're going to bend the right knee. You're going to walk forward, and you're going to lift the left leg for Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Now, in a standing pose, in a balancing pose, I want you to plug the standing leg up into the hip socket. So plug your right thigh bone up into the socket. See, can you extend through the underside of the body? Fingertips are on the earth or on a block. And if this feels comfortable, you can play with lifting the arm. Really open Open and stretch. I mean, the worst thing that can happen is that you fall. If you fall, you get back up. It's only yoga. Like in life, if you fall, you just pick yourself back up and you go back into the pose. You go back into whatever situation it was that caused you to fall. You keep trying until you succeed. One more breath. Inhale, bend the front knee, step back. Triangle pose once more, straighten the front leg, open. Good, exhale, bring the left hand down, bend the right knee. We're gonna go straight to the other side. Walk all the way around, turn the left toes out, and then really lift the right heel and turn it so the right toes are facing forward. You're gonna walk your hands forward like we did on the other side, and then you're gonna straighten the left leg and bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. One more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, straighten the left leg if you can, and choose your hand position for triangle. If you need a little more room, you can come above the knee. This is totally okay. If you have a little more space, you can hold the shin bone. Or if you want to go a little deeper, you can place your left hand either on a block or on the mat. Try and press your right hip out and back, so you're energetically dragging the left foot back and opening through the left hamstring. And then remember what I taught. Bring the right hand to the left, sweep it up, and then sweep it behind you and try and reach for something behind you so that you're compressing and squeezing the right side of the body and lengthening the left underside ribs. Pop the left shoulder back into the socket, reach the right arm up, and really reach for the sky. Open, expand, stretch. Open yourself up to possibilities for 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to find balance. Look down at the mat. Place the right hand on the right hip. Bend the left knee. Walk forward. Put a block under your left hand if you know that you need one. Or place the left fingertips just underneath the left shoulder. Lift and straighten the right leg. The left leg can be bent, of course. Plug the left thigh bone up into the socket. See, can you expand and open? So you're opening, opening, opening to the side. If you want to challenge your balance, you can gaze to the side or gaze up. Otherwise, just keep your gaze down. And open, expand, hold, enjoy, smile for 3, 2, 1. Bend the left knee slowly. Step back to your triangle for just a breath. Exhale. Inhale, look down at the front foot, bend the knee. Walk the fingertips all the way through center and turn both of your toes forward this time. Setting up for a little wide leg forward fold, Prasarita Padottanasana. So I want you to turn your toes in so you're slightly pigeon-toed and the outer edges of your feet are parallel with the short edges of the mat. Walk your hands forward and press into the flats of your hands. And then I want you to extend your heart forward and press your hips back. So you're really lengthening into the back of the hamstrings. Knees can be slightly bent, but I want you to get into the hamstrings if you can. Take an inhale here, and then exhale, keeping that length. I want you to walk your hands back. Now we're not aiming today to get the top of the head to the floor. Of course, if that is in your practice and you want to go there, you can go on ahead. Otherwise, you're going to inhale, extend, and then exhale, bend the knees and fold. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend the knees and fold. One more. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend the knees and fold. And then just for a second, in this position, see, can you maybe straighten the legs? Woo! Inhale, look forward. And then exhale, walk all the way around to the front of the mat. Take a vinyasa, step back to your plank pose. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Or upward facing dog if it's in your practice. Exhale, bring the knees to the mat. Bring them super wide and step back into your child's pose. Good, just 2 breaths in child's pose. 1 more breath. Nice, little pigeon to finish. Inhale, rock forward into your tabletop position, and then just bring your right knee forward, setting up for your pigeon pose. So the more parallel your shin is with the top of the mat, the harder it's going to be. So if it's early or your hips are tight, welcome to the club. You're just going to bring your foot back a little bit, your shin bone back, but you want to make sure that the foot is flointed. So somewhere between a flex and a point, it's nice and active. Walking the left leg back, inhale. Press the heart up, extend through the spine. If you want a little more length, you can bring your hand to your foot and your right hand to your knee. Inhale, shoulders back, lift. And then exhale just for a breath or two. Fold. Good, we're short on time, so we're not staying today. Inhale, press up. Either stay here, or if you want a little quad open or a little front of thigh stretch, you're going to bring your right hand to the center of the mat. You're going to sweep your left arm back. You're going to take hold of the inside of the left foot. Now, this may be plenty for you today. A little shoulder opener, little foot hold. If you want to go a little further, you're going to take a hold of the left big toe, and you're going to draw the heel in and flip your grip. And then see, can you turn your shoulders back to the front of the mat again. Feel a nice stretch in the front of the thigh. Keep the legs nice and active. The right leg is dragging back, the left knee is dragging forward. One more breath. Good, and then exhale, release. Other side. Step back to your dog. And then bring your knees down. Bring your left knee forward. Pigeon pose, left side. Again, you can stay low, or if you want a little more length, you can bring your left hand to your left thigh, your right hand to your right foot. You drag your right leg forward, roll the shoulders back, and extend through the heart. Exhale, fold. Really sink in deep. We've only got 3 breaths here. One more breath. Good, either stay here or press up. Find length in your high pigeon pose. Or if you want to go a little further, you're going to bring the left hand to the center of the mat. You're going to sweep the right arm around, open the shoulder, and see, can you take hold of the right foot? Sorry, the right foot with the right hand. Good. Either stay here, pressing the foot into the hand, getting a nice front of thigh stretch and shoulder opener, or you're going to take hold of the big toe, and then you're going to turn your hand to face the front, lifting the right elbow, dragging the right knee forward, dragging the left hip back as you get a super front of thigh stretch. Bring both your shoulders back. Don't hunch your shoulders. For 3, 2, 1, release. Good. You're just going to drop onto the left hip, sweep your legs around, and then come to lie on your back. Good. Just lie all the way down. Nice. Bring your feet as wide as your mat. Bring your knees to touch in the center. Take a big inhale, and then exhale, drop both knees to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, both knees to the left. Inhale through center, both knees to the right. Inhale through center, both knees to the left. Inhale through center, both knees to the right, and pause. 3 breaths here. Just releasing into the spine after the back bend. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. And of course, if you want to go a little deeper, you can pick up the pinky edge of your left foot and set it on top of your right knee. But if this is too much for you, just stay where you are. 1 more breath. Good. Gently release. Draw the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little hug, a little rock from side to side, a little massage of the lower back. Beautiful. And then just gently rock up to sit or roll to one side and press yourself up. Coming into your easy cross-leg position, Sukhasana, one more time. Bring your hands together in front of your heart in prayer. Bow your chin towards your chest. Let your thumbs touch your heart chakra. Just take a moment now at the end of your yoga practice to congratulate yourself because you made time for yourself to practice yoga. You showed up, you did the work. This means that the rest of your day or the rest of your evening cannot help but be amazing. So allow your lips to curl up into a smile. Take a moment of gratitude for the many blessings that each of us have in all of our lives. Taking a moment to think of one or two of the blessings that you have in your life. And to give thanks for them. And then send that goodness out into the world to touch all beings everywhere. Bow to yourself. Bow to all of your teachers. I bow to you. Namaste, yogis.